Hey, it's your boy Kamala, and I'm back with another YouTube video. Alrighty, y'all, we're gonna get into it because we got a lot to talk about today. From Drake losing his UMG court case and basically losing the beef finally against Kendrick Lamar, to Nicki Minaj and Cardi B still beefing 10 years later. Also, we need to talk about how ICE raided Chicago and how TSA workers are going hungry because the government shut down and we don't know when it's about to open back up. We also need to talk about how the former vice president, Madame Kamala Harris, is sick of y'all shit, and she said go take that over there to Donald Trump. We also need to talk about how people are starting to stir up rumors about Saweetie, and I also want to talk about a funny clip that's been going around on the internet. Once again, I'm Kamala, and let's talk about it.
Not on my level.
Like I said, welcome back to another video. I'm Kamala, and if you don't do anything else, can you at least subscribe to the channel and like the video? And if you're feeling very generous, comment something under the video. I love to have discussions. So let's start off with the Drake and UMG, because Drake lost the beef against Kendrick Lamar the white way and the black way. 2 days ago, it was announced that Drake actually lost his court case against UMG, and by extension, he lost the beef against Kendrick Lamar once again, because those "Not Like Us" lyrics are what he was suing for. He was suing for defamation, basically saying Kendrick Lamar called him a PDF file, and it ruined his reputation. The judge said those were protected by his artistic expression and freedom of opinion. To me, it's deeper than rap. Like, imagine you work at I try to break it down to simpler forms. Imagine you work at a fast food restaurant and you're the top cashier. You've been the top cashier for years. And another cashier, they're good too. They're kind of on your level. But then y'all get into it over who can drop fries the best. I don't know. And they start telling, lies about you. You know what I mean? And you start telling stuff about them and y'all just go back and forth. But their lies are hidden a little bit more than yours. There's a little bit more believability than yours is there. So their lies actually dethrone you and make people stop coming to your cash register. You know what I mean? The customers don't want to come to you. The workers don't want to come to you for help because there are rumors about you. So this is affecting you. So now you have to sue the job because it's a lot going on. You don't know who to sue, and you're trying to sue the job because you and the person work at the same job. So you might as well sue the job, and then you end up losing, even though it really is, to me, a defamation character. If you don't have no proof, you shouldn't be saying stuff like that about people, in my opinion. That slides me into my next topic, because y'all never cared about real news. Y'all always care about fake news, and it's always about who y'all like the most. I saw that with this whole Nicki Minaj and Cardi B situation, and I wasn't even gonna talk about it because this provokes too many emotions. It makes people angry. People really get crazy over this. And to me, let's be real. This whole situation was disgusting. Let's talk about it. Both of them said some wild things. I will be true about that. But what it really showed me is y'all don't really care about being around real people. Y'all actually prefer fake people. Show me how much people love fake energy. Y'all don't want real. Y'all want fake, loud, and relatable. Nicki and Cardi is the same person, but Nicki is a little bit smarter, because y'all always say, we don't know what Nicki's talking about. She's speaking in code. Only the barbs understand her. No, Nicki Minaj just moves strategically. And y'all always think Cardi B eats because she feels authentic to y'all, but it's all the same thing to me. COK rants. If it's for one person, it's for the next person. Y'all feel like it's real. It's not real. It's reactive, just like Nicki Minaj. But y'all just don't call Cardi B out for it for some reason, and I will never understand. I don't have a dog in this fight with either one of these ladies, but I feel like y'all was trying to misunderstand Nicki Minaj when she called Cardi B's daughter Monkey and Roach. Cardi B has called black women that and black kids that, and she was just trying to show her, like, look how the tables have flipped and turned. Your daughter is black and I can call her a monkey or a roach. You know what I mean? This is where reading comprehension skills come in. And I just feel like Cardi B just went a little dark, and Libras tend to do that. Libras will go dark, man. Libras will go dark. I don't suggest arguing with a Libra. Libras will go dark on you, okay? She talked about the lady was touched by her dad and her kid had PDF blood in him. It just got too dark for me on Cardi B end, but nobody ever calls Cardi B out. I just feel like when it comes to Nicki Minaj, you're just gonna have to read between the lines sometimes, because she's just not going to say it all. Y'all know she do kind of speak in code, and you just got to pay attention. It's not hard to pay attention to what's going on. It's really not if you really want to, but if you are choosing not to like somebody, then that's a different story. Okay, so final thoughts. Cardi B is a Libra, charming, sweet, funny, but will go dark. And Nicki Minaj is a Sagittarius. She's upfront. She's a wolf. You see her coming. What you see is what you get with Nicki Minaj. And some people don't like it and some people respect it. I feel like these women kind of really mirror each other, but only one has the public on their side. You know what I mean? And one just is the queen of rap. You know what I mean? And the public really don't mess with her like that. But at the end of the day, when you win for too long, people are either going to want you. You're either going to become out of the game, like you're going to get out of the game, or people are going to see you as a villain. And I feel like that's what's happening with Young Money in general. People see Drake as the villain now. People see Nicki Minaj as a villain now because they've been doing it for so long. And this is kind of unheard of, to be dominating for this long, this age. That's what it really is to me. Okay, let's move on and cleanse our palate a little bit and talk about something funny that's been going around on the internet. And this is going to be pretty fast, so that's why I decided to slide this in, because I don't have really too much to say. I just felt like this was funny and I just got a couple things to add. So let's watch the video and then I'll come back with my commentary.
You know what I'm saying? I know how to go.
Pass.
Pass? So what made you pass him?
His balls are musty.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It was the thank you, appreciate it for me. But I mean, what else would you say to that? Like, if somebody told me that on camera, I just log off the planet at that point. You know what I mean? Because to be able to smell somebody through their shorts and they draws, it's wild. It's wild. Young man, start taking showers and really scrub that body. Y'all need to get y'all like a scrub, like those little scrub things, and really scrub your body everywhere, because it's just bacteria. And I feel like people can be a little bit nicer. I feel like people do be looking for viral moments, or people do be looking for, you know, just being mean sometimes. It's so mean-spirited people, which if I can smell you through your shorts, you can smell you, okay? And that is kind of crazy. And I also was seeing a lot of just discourse about it, and I just want to add my 2 cents in on it and just say, like, wash them balls, y'all, for real. Like, nobody should be able to smell you through your shorts from a quick, like, coming up to you. Okay, that's kind of crazy. Okay, y'all, and I also want to touch on the comments was so divisive, and I didn't think they would be, but some people was like, he's so fine, I still want him. All he needs is a little bath. That's all he needs, is a good bubble bath and stuff like that. So I just feel like we could be a little nicer to people, especially on camera, because this is never going away. Like, y'all, like, I don't think y'all understand how the internet works sometimes. Yeah, so after I start reading those comments and seeing people just saying ain't nothing wrong with a little stank, from a stranger that you don't know, you wouldn't mind if you went on a first date and somebody, you could smell their balls through their shorts. That'd be okay if they was cute. That's pretty privilege. Now that's pretty privilege, when you don't care how somebody smell as long as they cute. That's kind of crazy. And I closed the app after that. Yeah, I got off that show because it was nothing but demonic work. I realized that's what it was once I read those comments. The internet is always undefeated. Hey, speaking of pretty privilege, do y'all remember when the rapper Saweetie was saying that she felt like she was getting punished because she was pretty? Well, The streets are saying that Saweetie is an escort. I know. This is allegedly. And I was shocked too. I love me some Saweetie. She's a Cancer like me, feminine energy, fine, classy. That's my girl. So apparently her old road manager or something posted online saying Saweetie owes her money for connecting her with a soccer player or something. She threatened to expose secrets. Girl, that don't sound like no manager. That sound like a madame, if you ask me. Then there was a photo of Saweetie having lunch with the man who wrote 48 Laws of Power. Then they start calling her Yacht Girl. And
Bay Area rapper Saweetie is shaking. Now, Saweetie's romantic business has been a hot topic for the past week now, with Cardi B exposing that she may have slept with Offset in the past, with Offset going on Keke Palmer's show saying that they never did anything. That's leading to now Saweetie's ex-road manager spilling all her tea, messages, talking about her boyfriend, Saweetie's boyfriend, who is a professional soccer player. There's a lot to this story. Let's talk about it. Now, unbeknownst to me, I did not know Saweetie was not still in a relationship with YG. I remember they got into like a domestic dispute. That's the last I heard of them. I thought they were still together. Well, her boyfriend is 25-year-old Jadon Sancho, and he was awarded by the football club Juventus. He's going to be awarded 20 million euros. So this young man has a lot of money. Now, Saweetie, I'm 35. Saweetie's 3 years younger than me.
Oh my God, Saweetie's an escort. And water's wet. The sky is blue. Grass is green. What the fuck are we talking about right now? What are we talking about? I literally been told y'all that all the female rappers are escorts. Like I said this so many times. Go look at the video. This is not new information. Do y'all really need everything to be a fucking blog post on TMZ or the Shade Room for y'all to believe something? Like, why is it more believable when it comes out of them people's mouth than all of us? If you ask me, I think most female rappers are escorts. If you really think about it, that's what makes the most sense. Why would you sign an artist that is going to cost you tens of millions of dollars to keep afloat, right? If they don't write their own music, it means that you're going to have to be constantly pumping out money to support their career. Why would you do that unless you had another plan for them to make money? There is a reason why it's always a biracial mixed girl with a certain look. No tea, no shade. They keep signing the same type of woman. It's always a Saweetie. It's always an Ice Spice. It's always a Lotto. Hell, now they done got Glorilla, Saweetie. I think they all selling it. No cap, no shade. I knew Sexy Red was selling it, and I seen her laid out on that Chinese table, all the white men in the video. But I mean, Sexy Red keeps selling it anyways. I think they all selling it. It's not one that I don't think they're selling it unless they like more underground, like Monaleo. I don't think Monaleo's selling it. I know she not, for a fact, actually. All the other ones, definitely escorts. I don't give a fuck. When Saweetie first came out with Icy Girl, her first project was called High Maintenance. In one of those songs, she said, I was with Michael B. Jordan and Keith Powers. How do you think she got with Michael B. Jordan and Keith Powers? That's right, selling it. I've been telling y'all they're all selling it. This should not be new information to y'all, but of course it is because y'all love to feign shock. Also, y'all really don't give a fuck because if you bitches could sell it too, y'all probably would. Y'all awesome whores, in my opinion. Y'all love whores. That's why y'all support them so much. Y'all like when bitches is selling coochie. I think y'all respect it more. As long as it come with a Birkin bag and a nice 613 blonde wig and some bundles, y'all bitches don't give a fuck. Because you see a bitch living a nice lifestyle, y'all don't give a fuck. The only bitches that y'all don't respect selling it is the women on the street that you view low class and poverty level. As long as a bitch is selling it for millions, y'all don't give a fuck. So why is this even a conversation?
The sooner y'all realize that everybody is selling butt out here, the happier everyone will be and the closer to reality everyone will live. I know people talk about this Saweetie stuff, allegedly. I'm not saying she did or didn't do nothing. I'm just saying everybody acting surprised when nobody should be surprised because everybody's selling butt. I don't think y'all quite understand how much people be selling butt outside. Like, I remember when I was in high school, shorties was selling cheeks. We was teenagers selling butt. You don't think they selling butt in college? You don't think all these girls that you see on trips everywhere, but they don't have no job? Because one thing about a woman, that she's proud of her job, she's posting about it. How many nurses do you know that's never posted about being a nurse? How many doctor women do you know who are doctors, never posted about being a doctor? How many car salesmen, real estate women, dental assistants, dentists, any of that? How many of them do you know that are proud of their job and they don't post about it? Now, if a woman is everywhere around the world and she never mentions her job, she's selling butt.
I'm gonna need y'all to wrap up the Saweetie conversation. And before we get into it, this is all alleged, girl. Don't come at me with no legal documents, okay? But Saweetie allegedly selling the box is not shocking at all. Saweetie hangs out with Miss Hustle Mom, who was a working girl around the Bay Area. She was on Soft White Underbelly for saying,
sock it to a bitch pocket. Fuck love. I'm married to the game.
And she ate that one up, but nevertheless, you kind of are who you hang around with. And I don't think this is a big deal. I think the reason the internet is making it such a big deal is because you don't like S workers, you don't respect S workers, you're misogynistic, and half of y'all are really envious and jealous. So it makes you more comfortable to think, oh, she's selling it and that's why she has all this. Like, the real thing y'all should be talking about is how somebody who sells a bunch of records, who has music that we all listen to, that has been very successful in the music industry, could allegedly still have to sell the box for some money. That's ridiculous. And it shows how the industry does not respect creatives, especially black women creatives. Black women are underpaid, overworked, told to constantly sell. And when they do, society judges them. Instead of being like, oh, Saweetie sells the box, and judging her, because to be honest, some of y'all mamas was selling the box to take care of you, but that's a tea. Call for better financial support for these artists. Call out these freaking sneaky music execs who take a huge amount of percentages from these artists, who basically have them in these crazy contracts where they're in 360 deals and they constantly have to have other side hustles to make money. Y'all aren't seeing like the nuanced perspective behind what would lead a celebrity to do that. And then y'all also don't have the empathy to realize if somebody is in that industry, you never know how they got in and if they wanted to be in it versus they were forced. Hollywood has a lot of going on. We saw it with the Diddy situation and the Cassie situation, you know, where these beautiful women are being exploited. So I think that the internet should think about that first before speaking on something you don't even know. And the truth is, this could all be fake too. People might think that, oh, because of her brand she would, but it could also not be real, which is even more representational of y'all misogyny and misogyny. Oh shit. Y'all making me mad. I done flipped my mother phone. Okay, yeah, those are my thoughts, girl.
Y'all don't know what yacht girl mean. That mean like the celebrities and the influencer, the rap girls, the singers, everybody goes on these yacht parties with these very wealthy rich people, and things happen and they get paid for it, and that's how they maintain their lifestyle. They're not really making it from music or movies or any of that. They're yacht girls. But here's the thing for me. Like I said, Saweetie is my girl. I feel like Saweetie had brand deals. She had McDonald's, Mac, Champion, Netflix, NFL. She's been getting to the bag. Just because people can't figure out how a woman is making money doesn't mean she's selling something other than her brand and herself as a brand. So no, I don't think she's an escort. I think people just tear women down who move differently. And honestly, she'll be fine. She always pops out, unbothered and paid. Big cancer energy, but I just feel like it's just something to talk about, and people just want to talk about her because they already say she promiscuous and she's a home wrecker. Even the road manager did call her a home wrecker and stuff, but I just feel like, you know, I need more proof. Okay, y'all, now this one right here, it gets me mad, it gets me heated, and I do actually have something written down that I'm going to be reading from to just keep my thoughts intact. Okay, Chicago was raided by ICE.
Hearing tonight from a Chicago woman, a U.S. citizen who says she was handcuffed by ICE agents before being detained for hours during a middle-of-the-night raid in South Shore earlier this week. As Scott Schneider reports, congressional leaders are hoping her story further unites the city as immigration action throughout Chicago has taken a violent turn in recent days.
But this is how you a building. Residents were terrorized. Children have been crying. Children were thrown on the ground, zip tied. We're not going to go in there. And now this building has been vacated.
Days after ICE agents conducted a late-night military-style raid on a South Shore apartment building, congressional lawmakers offered the press a tour inside. On the same day, Governor J.B. Pritzker told a national audience that the search for a few criminals quickly turned into a siege.
They were going after a few gang members, and instead they broke windows, they broke down doors, they ransacked the place, and there were people that were held, elderly people and children zip-tied.
Patricia Fisher is among the handful of U.S. citizens to be detained during the South Shore raid. Handcuffed and thrown into a van for hours, she's still searching for answers.
I got a gun put in my face and everything. And me personally, I don't appreciate that at all. It was several of us that got detained for some hours. I'm not the only one. And we asked them what was going on, and they didn't answer us.
Lawmakers are vowing to unite the city against any and all immigration enforcement as the temperature throughout Chicagoland continues to rise.
Yesterday, it was Brighton Park, where masked ICE agents in military gear with military weapons shot a woman's car up on Kedzie and 40th Street. Last week, they choked a black man on the west side and stormed our community in a military-style raid. Let's be clear. ICE is not about safety. ICE is about control and sowing fear amongst our people.
All of this happening as the arrival of federalized National Guard troops in Chicago appears to be a foregone conclusion.
ICE. It was like a war zone. Helicopters, flashbangs, busting down doors, zip tying children. Yeah. Witnesses said people weren't even dressed. They were dragged families out like criminals, and the ICE agents faces covered. And you know why? Because they know it ain't right. That's why they keep them faces covered, because they know when this all is over, you're going to jail after all is said and done. So get ready. And you know what makes it worse is ICE agents is getting 50,000 K. I mean, they getting 50K sign-on bonuses and student forgiveness. Like, what? Imagine if we gave that to teachers. The schools would be completely different, y'all. I'm tired of seeing money going to policing and oppression while the average American struggles to survive every day and pay their rent and get groceries. Like, are we serious right now? Like, what is happening? And a lot of people are keep asking, like, where are the black people that are going to protest? We're watching, but I feel like it's deeper with this stuff. They want, the powers that be want black people to come out, and they want us to protest. So then they have a reason to use violence. You see how ain't no violence been used all these protests? But when black people have protests, it be violence. We paying attention, but we moving differently now. We learned our lesson, but trust me, when it gets crazy, black people gonna get involved, because we just know we gonna get up. Have, and black folks always will stand up. And that brings me to my next topic. Kamala Harris and this book tour that everybody keeps protesting. And I'm not the smartest thing of everything that's going on, so just bear with me. Please be kind, and if you can elaborate on things more in the comments, please do so. Now, I'm not just a slowpoke. I do get that people are mad and they say she didn't do enough about, or say enough about Palestine, and that she's complicit, and also that she's a war criminal. But y'all, she's not president. She lost. So I'm really like lost on this whole thing. I really am conflicted, and I want to understand what the people are trying to protest, because when people are saying things, you need to listen. So I try to listen. But let's go to the clip that I want to show y'all, because people have been protesting her book tour the whole time, and this is, she's finally said something.
Sometimes think about, you know what, I am not president of the United States.
Said, child, I'm just trying to peddle this book. Please leave me alone, type stuff. And my thing is, y'all pick and choose who to hold accountable. To me, y'all pick and choose who y'all want to hold accountable. And that's the problem for me. Everybody needs to be held accountable, but don't waste your energy on somebody who's not making decisions right now. Am I wrong for thinking like that? Like, it would have been easier to get her in office and protest her easier than it is to protest Donald Trump, in my opinion, because he just truly does not care what anybody has to say but himself. Save that energy for Trump, basically, for Congress, for the people who actually are in charge, you know, and stop. She's over it, so she's gonna let y'all have it. She's done playing with y'all, and she's standing on business, okay? At the end of the day, she lost. And if you can fill me in the comments, because I'm not trying to be insensitive to anything, I just want some understanding. Why are we still protesting her and she lost? And I heard people also say before in this segment, I heard people say, like, if she would have said, like, she, you know, something about Palestine, then they would have voted for her. And to that, I just say she still lost. So what are we? I just want to understand. I'm not trying to say anybody is wrong or right. I just want to know a little bit more. Whew, child, that was a lot. I know. From rap beefs to court cases to policies to politics to Saweetie. It was a lot, and honestly, the world is just going wild right now. But one thing I'm gonna do is keep it real. Whether it's Drake, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Kendrick Lamar, Kamala Harris, or even Saweetie, girl, I'm gonna keep it real and say my real opinion. Let me know what y'all think about all this below. I want to hear what y'all think, and I really want to hear what y'all think about Saweetie. Do y'all think that's really true? Because I really just think the internet just be making up stuff. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't believe that. What do y'all think about that? And do y'all think that Nicki Minaj and Cardi B should just let it go and just, you know, I get it. They work and it's like you co-workers, so you gotta kind of be in the same areas, but just let it go. Let it go and just let the beef go, or, you know, is it good for business? Also, do you think that this finally put the final nail in Drake's coffin when it comes to him and K-Dot's beef? I want to know what all y'all think. Make sure y'all like, comment, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one, boo. I holla.